Well, Friday I always consider my baking day, but I also want to consider Friday Old Family Recipe Day as well. It's very important, folks, you keep up with your family recipes, like your grandmother's recipe, because often recipes die with them when they go, obviously. I'm making Grandma Bessie's chocolate pudding cake, or we can call it icebox cake. I'm adding in, let me see what this one is, I don't even know what this one is. You use vanilla and chocolate pudding. Alright, this is definitely chocolate, alright. Yeah, I always wanted to keep certain recipes. This is one I really kept. Some of them went with them, obviously, that were really delicious and yummy. I can never, obviously, replace them. Here we go. There's a lot of milk in this house today, so let me grab a spoon. I always like to consider Friday baking day. Okay, not in a minute. Here we go. Put this in here. My Grandma Bessie, her pudding, folks, was so delicious and yummy. I can never forget that taste, how cold it was. And every Sunday night when we went over to Grandma Bessie's house, before we watched the Ed Sullivan show, we had a huge dinner. And one of the desserts that Grandma Bessie always served was pudding cake. In other words, we called it icebox cake. Now we're going to mix this together, put this on the stove, and let it cook together. Grandma Bessie always made maybe 4 layers of pudding cake, or icebox cake. We're going to call this icebox cake. It takes a lot of milk, folks, but we have a lot of milk in the house, so, you know. Perfect, right, Mittens? I'm adding vanilla pudding now.
Come here.
Here we go.
Hi, Mittens.
Here we go. I'm not putting in the vanilla pudding. I can get this.
Hi, Mittens.
Here we go. Sometimes you just can't get these things open. Here we go. We got it. It's not opening up for me. I don't know. Here we go. Now, keep in mind, she used mighty fine pudding, but also in those days, mighty fine pudding was all natural ingredients. Today, I can't even tell you what's in it. I have no idea, but it tastes really good. Okay, now we're going to mix this together. Okay, put this on the stove and let it cook for a few minutes, and I'll show you the finished product. Like I always say, always keep your family recipes with you, because when they're gone, the recipes often go with them. I was so glad I kept this delicious recipe that Grandma, and it's such an easy recipe, but you know, as you get older, you can forget how something was made. You remember it, but you don't know how to make it. And this is one thing that Grandma Bessie definitely made. So we're also going to call Friday Baking Day, as well as Old Family Recipe Day. She had a fantastic cake pan that she used to put her pudding in. It was so good. It was so icy cold, so I had no idea what this is. Used Nabisco graham crackers as well. They've been around for many, many years. Here we go. You want your pudding really thick at this point, because this is going to have to be on chill. I'll have to chill for almost 8 hours if you really want a good pudding cake. Icebox cake. I don't know why I keep calling it pudding cake. It's really, Grandma Bessie used to call it. Here we go. She used to make a 4-layer cake, folks. I don't know how she did it, but it was so good. Here we go. Love the smell of pudding cake. It's delicious. Pudding cake. Icebox cake. Yeah, she called it icebox cake, so we're going to call it icebox cake. It's very important to keep the recipes with you. It's very, very important, because some of them really went with them, and I don't know how. I'm glad I kept my mom's meatloaf recipe as well. Okay, now my recommendation is chill this 8 to 12 hours if you want to have a really good pudding cake, because it'll be soggy, it'll be kind of messy if you have it too soon. From WA's Home Country Kitchen, have a great day, and this is my Grandma Bessie's Icebox. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.